What is going on, guys? Nexus here, and welcome back to Destiny 2 Renegades. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be going in, of course, with another weapon, and we're going to be looking at what is going to be the sweatiest weapons. It's basically the weapon you get from doing comp, and it's going to be the Peculiar Charm. Now, this is a super surprising weapon, I'm not going to lie, because this is going to be an aggressive burst SMG, which is a brand new sort of archetype. It's a hard-hitting 4-burst fire. Think of like your 4-burst sort of pulse, but it's on an SMG. It's wild. It's completely weird. It's called Peculiar Charm for a reason, because it is definitely peculiar. And as I said, you get this from doing comp. You got to do 7 of your placement games, and then I think it's a random drop after that every week. Peculiar Charm, this is gonna, of course, have a ton of rolls. You'll see on the screen now. So this is a kinetic weapon that has all these sorts of really cool ass sort of, I'd say, kinetic key perks. So it has, of course, the kinetic tremors, you got the bewildering blast, you got desperado, which is going to be kind of nutty, it's got head seeker, it's got firefly, attrition orbs. This is going to basically be the multi-mac 2.0. You got that attrition with, of course, the kinetics. It could be absolutely crack PvE, which is kind of mad because it comes from comp. But we got to showcase what this is like in both some PvP and PvE. So without further ado, let's go in with the Peculiar Charm SMG. Alrighty, so we are going to be going in, of course, with the Peculiar Charm into some Wormhaven. And this is what it's going to shoot like. Kind of weird, kind of peculiar, right? It's in the name, of course. It will be kind of nice looking too. It has the whole red jack sort of symbol on as well, but it should be a really weird ass sort of SMG, and it's the only one in the game at the moment. And oh my god,
3 opponents down.
Am I goated? Am I just the goat of Destiny? Oh my, no. Every time I say it, I die. Get out of my way, buddy. Oh my god. Every time I say I'm the goat, though, someone just kills my ass. But you can't see it. It is interesting, but oh my god, Denise. I was just about to say, it is an SMG. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the peculiar part and the way it shoots, obviously, 4 bullets at a time. And this is an SMG, so you do have to be in there Jimmy Johns and everything like that, but of course with the kill clip, or not the kill clip, on Wolf, and of course, oh my god, my freaking A-team hero team, and okay, that's the ranges I'm going to talk about. But with, of course, the Lone Wolf and the kinetic tremors, it should be kind of nice. There is obviously some other perks on it too, like Bewildering Blast, which is going to be great too. So there is really nice perks, but I do think this could be an absolute banger in the right hands. Anyone with the Peacekeepers, whatever, because obviously it's an SMG. It could obviously rail. You can see it's doing about 27-ish a headshot. It's aggressive frame, so I feel like it's got to be somewhat similar to like the damage that the Immortals and stuff like that do as well, like those sorts of SMGs. So you can kind of compare it to them, but of course there's a little burst in between. But I am kind of surprised in how it performs and everything. Obviously at range it's going to be kind of ass and whatnot. It's just like, it's so weird to use something that's like a pulse, but you just can't go at range. But it honestly did really surprise me how much this absolutely rails PvP. I mean, I thought because it was going to be a burst weapon. Is that a smoke grenade? It is. But because it was going to be a burst weapon, I thought it was going to be super weird and probably just not that great, like a novelty sort of weapon. But they actually gave it some juice to actually kill people with. So if people do swing you and everything, you can't absolutely drop them. And oh my, the freaking pro Cloud Strike guys are out. Oh my god, what a dumpski. I do understand the hand cannons are pretty insane right now, but you can definitely see, especially with the kinetic tremors, I mean, that's because I hit all body shots. I did that on purpose just to showcase my perks, okay? It wasn't because I'm just ass, but you can't see that. It can be really nice. It's just hand cannons at the moment are just god tier. Like, that was a Rose, and he was just jiggle freaking peeking me and teabag spamming, but he just absolutely ruined me because he didn't miss a shot, so there is going to be people still going to run with the hand cannons. They're the meta at the moment, so it's not going to take over the meta, but as I said, for people... Why is it always me who dies to truths and like heavies? Well, why do they always just target me? But I do think for people who are really good with SMGs, this is going to be a really kind of cool one to try out and definitely do some work with, because I said the damage is kind of crazy on them. I mean, 27 Adomski is just honestly kind of nutty. Oh. He thinks he can dodge my ass, buddy. Where do you think you're going? He's 1 HP, boys. Sky. Boys. I didn't even get the assist. Oh my god, I wanted to tickle that booty just for that free ass kill. And Rose-wise, I probably don't even have... Oh my god, he just got his head taken off. Man, the freaking JFK. Oh my god, I'm getting shot from everywhere, man. This freaking pop sometimes. Oh. Yo, I don't know where to go. There's people everywhere. Shh. What am I meant to do here? I'm legit getting pushed. I gotta die to smoke. This is just bullshit. I got hit by a freaking into 1 HP, then got hit by a freaking super, and then get hit by a fucking smoke. What am I meant to do there? I had nowhere to run to. I mean, I kind of stupidly ran at the smoke, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, with some better rolls and everything, I actually do think you could probably drop people. Like if I had Desperado, I could just swing this next guy. Okay, it wasn't the guy, it was a freaking clone. But I could just like absolutely swing the next guy with Desperado and rinse them. I do wonder what the time to kill with Desperado would be. It would be freaking crazy. But I do think overall, it's such a cool weapon. So it's definitely worth getting some rolls of it for that reason alone. But I don't see it being the absolute meta at the moment. Oh, feels bad, buddy. You know what? You freeze my balls, I'll freeze yours and right off and freaking strip them away from you. But I will say, yeah, overall that it's just a really interesting weapon, but I do think that you would see it a lot more in PvP if it was absolutely broken. I do think that at the moment, there's just hand cannons, honestly, are just...
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage. Finish them.
I didn't even know you could kill me like that. He one-tapped me out my super. I thought Thundercrash, I was like invincible. What was that? He just legit pressed one button and my whole freaking body turned to Strand. What the hell is that bullshit? Oh my god. He's gonna be 1 HP. Okay, now he's dead. Yo, guys, can I get the free ass kills? Where? I'm too far away for this fight. Oh, there we go. There's a free kill. Thanks, team. Oh, we got the W. Look at us go. Even though I'm ass and I didn't get that much kills. But this Peculiar Charm, I will say overall, really, really interesting concept. I do like it. And I would love more weapons like this, you know? New models, new types of firing. Always a good time. Alrighty, time for the PvE side of things, of course, with the little Peculiar Charm that could. And this is where it's honestly going to be kind of nice because it does have kinetic tremors. Look at that. I mean, PvE, it actually has some banger rolls, which, as I said, was super surprising. That's my teammate stuff, but it was super surprising it got such like really good PvE rolls because it got the bewildering blast, you got the kinetic tremors, and they do have attrition orbs on it as well. So you will see I'm just spawning orbs for my team as well. So there's a lot kind of going for this weapon. I'm not gonna lie, you can do work with this PvE, which is super interesting considering where you get it from. As I said, this is a comp weapon true and true, but this is basically multi-mac 2.0. This is just a new multi-mac. As I say, it's a little bit weirder because obviously it's a burst fire, but the damage is even more so. So for the most part, this is just gonna be the next multi-mac, especially with all the seasonal bonuses and everything. If you loved your multi-mac with the attrition orb and the kinetic tremors, this is legit the exact same weapon to go in with. I will say though, it does have some absolute staunch competition right now. Of course, it does have the fast stalker and everything, which is just absolute banger. There's some other weapons in the game right now that are doing like a lot of work PvE as well. Like even the Horus Lisa I kind of went over is an absolute freaking machine in PvE. So it does have a lot of competition, but as I said, this is kind of like a true and tried and tested weapon. I mean, we had it with the multi-mac, and oh my god, I'm gonna die. It wouldn't be PvE unless I do it. It would not be my PvE review unless I decide to kill myself in PvE. It wouldn't be. You know what? Screw this, guys. Get out my swamp. Get out my swamp, okay? But I will say, yeah, this is like a tried and tested sort of weapon because we've had the multi-mac, which is basically what this is in terms of rolls-wise and everything. You can kind of see the kinetic tremors with, of course, the old thing. You can see how much freaking orbs can generate and stuff. But the kinetic tremors, of course, with the attrition orbs is just such a freaking banger sort of roll. So I definitely will say, yeah, 100%. This is honestly worth getting rolls for PvE. This is just going to be an absolute banger. I wouldn't be surprised if you see people doing the dungeon with this. I'm kind of surprised I haven't heard much more about this, to be honest. Maybe because there's so much crap to like grind out and so much leveling you got to do. But I will say that this is a bit of a banger. There is other roles you can kind of go for too, in terms of there is going to be Firefly on this as well. There is also Shoot to Loot, which is also just like legit one of the best freaking perks you can actually get in PvE, especially with kinetic tremors because it actually just rockets. So there's tons going for this. I like legit. I honestly think there's more PvE roles than there is PvP, which is kind of wild considering. Maybe there's a mix of both, to be honest. There's a good mix of both the roles. So if you do get a role, you're probably going to get one or the other unless you get lucky and you get like a hybrid PvP and PvE role like freaking I did. A couple muchachos here though. You know what? I actually might stick on, of course. Oh, well, I mean, the kinetic tremors is just so nice. I'm probably gonna die, but I'm gonna stick on the Firefly just to kind of showcase what this is like in. Oh my god, I'm 1 HP. What the? Heal. Oh my god, I got a little bit of healing, but I am probably dead here. Oh my god. Yo, team, can I get a little bit of freaking assistance? I'm getting blasted by everything. Well, I'll stick on, of course, Firefly. Just kind of showcase what it's like with some Firefly as well. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. As I said, Shoot to Loot is on it too, which I kind of proc for with Firefly and everything as well. So there is some definitely like really nice reasons to kind of go get this weapon. As I said, I just think for me, it's just such an interesting concept. It's a super cool new sort of weapon. I would love if instead of like having a ton of maybe the same like archetypes every time, Just give us this. Give us something like this where it's just like a random weapon that's like there's only one of a kind and it's pinnacle and the comp or whatnot. And it will make people grind comp because this is honestly such a sick weapon that you'd be mad not to just do your placements. It's like 7 games. You can lose them all if you freaking want to. But the reward is definitely worth it because, as I said, this is an absolute freaking bagger now. I need to get my headshots kind of going. I need to do this. Oh my god, he's there's the Firefly kind of going. Obviously, I do think that kinetic tremors for me is a little bit more bang for your buck because you don't even have to get kills or anything like that in like the higher ending activities like this where things are kind of beefier. It's kind of hard to kind of warrant the Firefly or whatnot, so I'm going to stick back on, of course, the kinetic tremors because I can just get that just for being herder. And do not block me, I want to kill this thing. Oh my god, he didn't even die. Oh, beefy boy. But yeah, for the most part, this is just like, it's a dream PvE. It's honestly, for me, I would say it's probably better PvE. Now, I don't know, maybe the freaking guys who are crisscross applesauce the best of the freaking game with their SMGs and everything, maybe they'll tell me that this thing's actually freaking goated. And I just used it completely wrong in the old PvE. And my god, why is the freaking shank so stacked? What the hell is this? Why is everything so freaking strong? But yeah, it's so nice. I mean, the kinetic tremors, I mean, look at that thing go. It's so juicy. The only, I'd say, biggest downfall this weapon is going to have is that it is a kinetic weapon, which means that it is in the top slot taking that practice freaking blade spot, which everyone's just using that practice blade because it's a beast. So that's the one downfall. But other than that, it's a masterclass PvE. Well, that is it from me, and of course, the peculiar charm SMG itself, the new multi-mac to be real. I will say it's a PvP weapon. Actually, multi-mac was also a PvP weapon, but for some reason, Bungie has decided to make these absolutely goated PvE. And I will say PvE, this is a really nice one in the top slot. The only thing that's obviously wrong with this is that it's in the top slot. So Practic Blade is railing everything. Mint Retrograde is the meta PvE as well. So if you're using anything, it's not going to be this over them. But I will say, as a primary weapon goes, this is a really interesting one. The 4 burst fire on it too. Super, super unique concept. And I will say the rolls are obviously just so juicy as a kinetic weapon. Ooh, it's going to be so nice to go in with. And I will say PvP as well. It's really, really good. I think it can absolutely rail. Get a Desperado roll, Massive Arms, and I wonder how much you could absolutely just ruin people's day. If SMGs are ever the meta again, this thing could rail some people. So I would definitely be saying get yourself some rolls. 7 placement games, obviously in comp to get your first one, and then after that you can kind of get randomly dropped from dual comp and everything as well. But overall, the peculiar charm, really, really dope, and it's basically Multimac 2.0. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like, and leave some more content, subscribe, fantastic day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next collective in the next one.